Welcome viewers. Today on TV Box Stop, I have a new TV box from a new brand being featured for the first time on my channel. This box is the Pendoo X8 Mini Amalogic S905W quad-core 4K TV box. Coming up next, we put Pendoo to the test in their first TV Box Stop review, so stay tuned, we have that and more after this. Today's TV box was provided by Pendoo, a brand from the Shenzhen Dragonworth Technology Company Limited, which is a factory specialized in Android TV boxes for over 5 years. They have produced a wide selection of TV boxes and wireless mini touchpad keyboards for both wholesale and retail, and their products and customer service is of a high quality. So be on the lookout for their brand in all major online retail stores. For more information, see the link in the description area. And now back to the review. Welcome back. So this is the box the X8 Mini comes in, and if we look to the bottom we have some specifications. It says that the CPU is the quad-core 64-bit Cortex A53, and if we look below here it shows that the CPU is the Amalogic S905W. It comes with 2 GB of DDR3 RAM, and 16 GB of internal storage. The GPU is the Penta-core Mali-450 high-performance GPU. It has single-band 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, and it has Miracast, DLNA, and AirPlay. So I'll now do a quick unboxing and let's check the contents inside. In the box, you get the X8 Mini TV box itself. You get this infrared remote. I always recommend that using a Bluetooth Air mouse or mini touchpad keyboard like the ones produced at Dragonworth is a better option. You get one HDMI cable, a 5 volts 2 amps universal DC power adapter, and a user's manual. Let's take a look at this box. The box is made of plastic, and they weren't kidding when they said that this box is a mini. It is actually really small for a TV box, small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. If I turn to the back, here you can see we have one HDMI port, one audio-video port. You have your standard RJ45 LAN port, one IR port, and a DC power input jack. To the side, you have 2 USB 2.0 ports and an SD card reader. To the front, you have an LED power light. And to the bottom, you have lots of ventilation holes. So I will now set this up on my TV and continue with the rest of my review. So I've connected the box. And as you power on the box for the first time, what you would see is this beautiful Pendoo boot up animation for a couple of seconds. Then you're taken directly to the launcher. The launcher has Pendoo's custom design with a large OTA update button. There is no shortcuts bar to add shortcuts to the launcher. Also, this launcher does not come with a navigation bar or status bar for easy navigation and multitasking. Nova Launcher installs on this box, but you cannot use it. It crashes every time you try to open it. In the apps section, I see that they have included some basic system apps like App Installer, Miracast, and ES File Explorer. You have Netflix if you have an account with them. However, it may only show in standard quality due to DRM limitations, which I'll get to in a moment. You have the YouTube app, which is not the Android TV version, and the rest is some standard system utility apps. So now I'll install some apps needed to complete my review. First, I'll check to see if this box is rooted. It shows that the box is rooted, running on Android 7.1.2 Nougat operating system. This is great for those apps that require root access to work. The DRM information shows that the Pendoo X8 Mini only has Google Widevine Level 3 support, and no HDCP encryption. This limits Netflix to only play in standard 720p quality. Let's look at its system and hardware information. The manufacturer of this box is Amlogic and the model is the X8 Mini. It comes with 2 GB of DDR3 RAM, and 16 GB of internal storage. Below here it shows the available RAM and internal storage after the Android installation and apps installed on the box. The CPU is the 64-bit quad-core Cortex A53 CPU, running up to 1.2 GHz. The box has support for 32-bit APKs, which allows the box to run 32-bit applications. The GPU is the Mali-450 graphics processor, with a refresh rate of 60 Hz and OpenGL version 2.0. Under network, it shows that the box has single-band 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi support, and you can also see the signal strength link speed and the frequency. The operating system is Android 7.1.2 Nougat, and it also shows that the box is rooted. Under thermal information, it shows that the box runs between 60 to 70 degrees Celsius under normal room temperature, and this can rise up to 75 degrees under heavy activity. If you apply a passive cooling fan, it ranges between 50 and 60 degrees. The box comes with codecs for playing 4K videos like H.264, HEVC, and VP9 decoding, and a couple of others, all needed for the playback of HD media. And that's it for system and hardware information, and now I move on to the benchmarks. First, I have the results of the RAM and memory read and write speeds. The Pendoo X8 Mini. Judging from these results, the box's scores are okay, or on par with other S905 TV boxes that comes with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage, putting the Pendoo X8 Mini in the medium-class range of TV boxes. It is not designed for heavy storage of media, however, you do have expandable storage up to 64 GB via USB external drive or SD card. I now show the results of the Wi-Fi speed test. The results show that the X8 Mini, given that it has only single-band 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi connectivity and a LAN speed of up to 100 megabits per second. The box was only able to achieve an average of 32 megabytes download speed on both Wi-Fi and LAN connections, against the maximum speed of my internet package of 40 megabytes. In the Antutu benchmark, the Pendoo X8 Mini got a decent score, about 26,000. What's really interesting is that in my previous review the scores were similar, and given the sheer size of this box means that the box will perform pretty okay in the 3D graphics test. The Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark scores are good. Even higher than the box in my last review. And I forgot to mention earlier, that I am really impressed at how smooth and fast Pendoo's user interface feels, and I guess that these results has something to do with that. In the Ice Storm Extreme GPU benchmark, the Pendoo X8 Mini once again performed okay, achieving 250 points higher than the box in my previous review. And that box did well in the 3D graphics test, and I expect the X8 Mini to perform no different. That's it for the benchmarks. I now move on to the media streaming features of the box. The YouTube app plays up to 720p quality on the version that comes installed on the box, and the Android TV version that plays in 4K installs, but it crashes when you try to open it. I will now run a Netflix movie for a few seconds, just to show you that it works and the quality you can get based on the DRM support we have. Well, as you can see, I am running a standard HD Netflix account, and the maximum quality I can get is 720p quality on this box, which is quite watchable judging from the sample I'm playing. I will now run some 4K video samples from an external USB 3.0 flash drive to see how the box handles the playback. None of the 4K samples at 60 frames per second played on this box, whereas the videos at 25 to 29 frames played okay. And all the jellyfish samples had some difficulty. So this box will need an update to fix these codec issues. For my final demonstration, I'm playing a couple of games to test the box's 3D graphics performance. I'm also pleased to announce that my keymapping application works well on this box. The games ran okay, and I was able to use my keymapping app to play any touchscreen game that needed it. So in summary, the Pendoo X8 Mini can be classified as a mid-range TV box running on M-Logic hardware. It has a very small form factor design. The box is rooted. It can play Netflix in standard 720p quality. It runs all the latest movie streaming APKs. The benchmark scores are good. It can play some of your 4K video formats, and it can handle some 3D games with keymapping capabilities, and the Pendoo user interface is fast and responsive. On the downside, the launcher doesn't come with a navigation bar or status bar. An alternative launcher cannot be used. It doesn't have the necessary DRM support for Netflix to show in HD and 4K quality. The Android TV version of YouTube, when installed, it crashes. It runs a bit hot, so remember to ventilate. The box had some difficulty playing 4K video formats at 60 frames per second. It only has single-band 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, and the LAN port is only up to 100 megabits per second. So I've come to the end of my review of the Pendoo X8 Mini Android 4K TV box. If you are interested in this device, links were placed in the description area below this video and on my website, so be sure to check that out. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video, share it on social media to help grow my channel, and subscribe to my channel for more TV box stop videos.